Teachers and staff at Rocklin Unified Schools will be required to notify parents if their children are reconsidering their gender identity in a new policy known as parental notification. You might have heard of it. The decision happened early this morning following hours of public comment last night. Hundreds of people showed up at the school board's meeting expressing their support and opposition. Tonight, a district in Orange County is considering the policy, and just yesterday in San Bernardino County, a judge halted the new policy at another school district after the state attorney general sued, saying this will hurt kids. In a statement today, the attorney general called out Rocklin Unified, saying in part, Rocklin Unified has chosen to endanger their civil rights by adopting a policy that forcibly outs California's transgender and gender non-conforming youth without consideration of their safety and well-being. We will not tolerate any policy that perpetuates discrimination, harassment, or exclusion within our educational institutions. Tonight, our Jeannie Nguyen is taking a closer look at the vote in Rocklin and what happens next.
Derek Counter?
Yes.
Tiffany Sadoff?
Yes.
Rochelle Price?
Yes.
Michelle Sutherland?
No.
Julie Hupp?
Yes.
In a packed room following hours of heated public discussion.
If you pass this, CTA will immediately file unfair labor practice charges.
The Rocklin Unified School District board members.
The central question is, what authority does a school have to withhold information from parents? And we submit there is none.
Voted Wednesday night to require teachers to notify parents when a student asks to identify as a different gender. Of the 5 board members, Michelle Sutherland voted no.
We don't have the supports for students to follow through on this, for students who then are outed. We don't, to ensure that they're safe.
Last year, Sutherland was endorsed by the Placer County Democratic Party.
They're not encouraging secrecy. They are just accepting students at face value.
While Sutherland expressed her concerns about the policy, the board's vice president, Tiffany Sadoff, made it clear where she stood on the issue.
The policy that is being provided tonight does not break state or federal law.
Sadoff was once a pastor at Destiny Christian Church and now is currently chief of staff for Republican Assemblyman Joe Patterson. Reiterating concerns from a fellow board member, Sadoff claimed she supports equal rights for all students.
I will never support harm in a home, harm of a child. Never have, never will. That is not what this policy says.
The board's president, Julie Hupp, didn't have much to say during the meeting, but has been criticized for using religion in her position. Member Derek Counter, endorsed by the Placer County Republican Party, sided with the majority of the board by adding the importance of keeping parents informed.
All that stuff that happens as you mature through from adolescence into adulthood and going through the schools, that we work those through with the family.
And Jeannie joins us now. Jeannie, there are other big players in this, right?
Alex, yes. Board member Rochelle Price actually said she voted for this in favor, who also voted in favor of this, and mentioned that there are resources for students like crisis resolution centers and LGBTQ resources to support families. And we're hearing from teachers tonight. Now, you heard during a public comment in my story that the California Teachers Association would file an unfair labor practice. Now, that's what the association told us that they're meeting about now, saying that this changes the working conditions of teachers in Rocklin without going through the proper procedures. And one Rocklin teacher had this to say.
Really, we're going to have to replace this school board. This particular school board doesn't seem to care about the voice of the community, only the voice of a few, and most of those few don't even have kids in our schools.
Now, Alex, the Teachers Association also fears this policy could be coming to places like Roseville and Auburn.
Yeah, and there's many sides to this conversation. It is something that we will continue to follow. Jeannie, thank you so much.